So if we compare ROI of education in India versus ROI of a degree abroad, what is your honest take on it?
See, honestly, the gap is brutal, even though the ROI in general for education is reducing quite a bit. But if we talk about India particularly, India produces around millions of graduates every year, right? And only, if you think about it, only 7%, less than 7% actually get stable salary jobs. And less than 4 get white collar work. And even if we talk about engineers, which is, of course, considered pretty highly, it's only 20% of them are actually job ready after graduation. Right. So yeah, the gap is brutal. Overall, education ka ROI thoda kam ho raha hai, but for India specifically, the gap is actually pretty humongous.
So I think it's a general picture ho gaya. What about us, women in specific?
See, women have it on a completely different level because, many educated women either opt to completely stay out of the workforce, or for the ones that actually even do, there's no real growth out there, right? Of course, there are some certain exceptions like yourself, but overall, it's the general trend that there's no real growth for women. And the fact is that families these days are investing so much in an education, and specifically for women as well these days, at least over the past 10-15 years. And the system returns nothing back, right? So it's not, I don't think it's an economic issue. It's just a generation of potential that's wasted.
So you think the circle is much tighter for women?
I think it's much tighter because, what makes it actually worse is that these are not women who didn't try.
Right.
They actually wanted to make something of themselves, and it's just that the system's returning nothing back. And these are families who actually believed in an education, but the system's returning nothing back. So the dream of an education, which is long lasted for such a long period of time, at least for the past 15-20 years, it's becoming more of a circle than a ladder.
So if we compare what actually happens abroad, I think the story is completely different.
Completely, because globally around 80% of graduates get a job within months of actually graduating. And basically education abroad is based around employment. It's whether it be internships, projects, or in fact even placements right after graduation. And in fact, even for women, the workforce participation is 60, 65, 70 in most countries, right? So if you think about it, it's the same woman, just a different system and a completely different outcome.
But आजकल के students are very smart. They do simple maths. I'm paying in lakhs, visa fees भी ज़्यादा है. Chances of staying after graduation are shrinking, and people are still job hunting back home. So is it actually worth it?
That's actually the question, because there's a big shift that's happening in international education, and specifically amongst the minds of students, because these days students aren't going according to the brochure.
Right.
They're going according to, they're trying to find real people, trying to find alumni, they're trying to ask real questions. What kind of jobs are you getting? What kind of ROI is there? What are the salary packages like? What are the placements like, and what the career trajectory looks like after graduation.
Right.
So basically they're fact checking now, and if you think about it in terms of facts, UK visa applications are down by 31%. Australia visa fees is rising, it's non-refundable, and Canada visa rejections are at an all-time high. So these are things that are happening, and people, specifically students, are actually noticing it.
So considering this scenario, should students not think of studying abroad?
Absolutely not, because I think that's the wrong conclusion to draw. Of course, it's the easy conclusion to draw, but not the right one, because if you think about it, sure, things are tightening up, but Canada still has a great PR pathway for the right students. The UK still has universities which will open doors for you, which no other university in the world will.
Right.
And Australia still has a very dynamic job market for skilled graduates, right? So I think it's just that the system is changing. It's what was previously automatic, it's not anymore. What actually has to change is that the shortcut mentality that was there before, it has to go. Basically, the idea of any university, any degree, any course, any alignment, any destination, and you'll get a PR pathway. That's not the way to go. So that shortcut mentality has to go. If you're actually the right student, you're going for the right university, you have the right program, you have everything aligned for you, the right destination as well. So I think the ROI is still there for those students, but of course it's going to get a lot tighter. Right. But if you're the right student who's actually going with a good intention, I think the ROI is definitely still there.